Hey guys, it's Melissa. I am here with my 16-week update. I'm 16 weeks pregnant today. It is Thursday, June 9th. Um, Everything's going great. I really don't have much to update on. I feel great. I've had a few more palpitations this week than I had in the past, but I was able to pretty much attribute it to either being really hungry or really thirsty, dehydrated, whatever. My hair's being mega retarded today. Um, it's probably the weather. I don't know, you probably can't hear the thunder, but it's pretty crazy outside. Um, we have some bad thunderstorms coming through today, so anyway, we on Tuesday had two appointments. The first one was with the high risk OB. That's just my weekly appointment where she checks the cerclage and they also look at the baby, just, make sure there's nothing out of the ordinary happening. So they did the ultrasound. My cervix, they said, looks great. It's still measuring 4 centimeters. The stitch is nice and high. Everything looks really good there. Excuse me. Every time they check the cerclage, they do it with an internal ultrasound. Transvaginal, they call it. And when they check the baby, they use the external. So when they were doing the external one, she was looking at my placenta. I don't know, you probably remember if you watch my videos that last week they were calling it Previa, but she said she was sure it was going to change. So this week, good news, my cervix is up here and the placenta is down here. So if you're looking at the uterus with the baby in it, my cervix is like, up off of here. Well, the placenta was like this last week, and this week it's like this. So they think as my uterus is growing, it's just going to move up and out of the way. So that was good news. It was a really quick appointment. Everything looks perfect, no change. So I will see her again next Tuesday. Then we went to my regular OBs where I see the midwife there. And they did an ultrasound just to look at everything, make sure everything was okay. And I asked her if she could confirm. Well, I said, we want you to guess what you think it is, a boy or a girl. And she looked at me and she's like, they didn't tell you at the other office? And I said, well, she looked last week and she guessed like 75% certainty that she thought it was a boy. So I said, I just wanted you to confirm it. And she's like, oh, sure. So she was looking around and she said, yeah, that's a boy. And she said, I'm like 95% sure. So then she went around, she was doing the rest of the ultrasound, and I mentioned my placenta to her, and she said that most of the time when she sees it low that early, and she sees it low early a lot, she doesn't usually say anything about it because it usually moves up and out of the way. And she said that she pointed out too that my cervix is up here and the placenta is down here. Like she said, it's not over it, it's not next to it, it's moving away, and it wraps all the way, it goes along the bottom and just around the curve at the fundus of my uterus. So she said she thinks it's perfect. It's moving up out of the way. And just as my uterus grows, it's only going to stay closer to the top. So she said it was a non-issue, which I am happy to hear. So it is a boy. 95% sure sounds pretty good. So we're gonna go with that. We are naming him. I had to cut that because I said my last name and I really don't want to say my last name. So we are naming him Vincent Carroll. Vincent, just because we really like the name. We've liked the name for a long time. I like all of the nicknames. I like Vincent. I like Vince. Vince is my personal favorite. We like Vinny and we like Vin. So whatever anybody wants to call him is fine with us. The one thing that's been bugging me is that all my friends seem to want to spell Vinny Vinnie, and I hate it. It's Vinny. But I'm not going to make a big deal about it because whatever. How many times are they going to write it? Everybody's just going to say it. So a lot of people like to say little Vinny, I think. And I call him my little Prince Vince. And John and I call him Vincent a lot. So And the middle name, Carroll, is Carroll. That is John's father's first name. It's, most of you probably know it as a woman's name. However, it is originally a male name. And if you look it up on any like name sites, there should be like a boy symbol next to it because it is a man's name. And like we said, it's his dad's name. He's very close with his father, and we love his dad, so we want to keep the name in the family, so his name will be Vincent Carroll. I think that's about it about the baby. I don't have really, like I said, other than the palpitations, no symptoms. I'm not feeling anything yet. I'm only 16 weeks, and I'm not exactly the skinniest girl, so I'm not expecting to feel anything anytime soon, although my placenta is on the back wall of the uterus. Therefore, I might be able to feel something sooner than if it was on the front. That's what my midwife told me. My blood pressure is great. My weight is great. Everything's like awesome. So just everybody pray that it stays this way because I'm actually really enjoying this pregnancy. Everything's like really good. So I'll just show you a couple of things. Last night our friends Bob and Jackie came over and they gave me this book. I just realized this is backwards. You're not going to be able to read it. It's called Let's Panic About Babies. The subtitle says, How to Endure and Possibly Triumph Over the Adorable Tyrant Who Will Ruin Your Body, Destroy Your Life, Liquefy Your Brain, and Finally Turn You into a Worthwhile Human Being. So it's pretty funny. It's all about pregnancy, and at the end of each month they put a picture of what your baby looks like, but it's always like funny stuff like this. So it's hard to explain what the book is about. It's just like sarcastic. It's like, what's that book? What to Expect When You're Expecting, but it's like totally sarcastic. I just keep reading it. And then like some of the people who recommend the book, on the front, somebody said, you already screwed up royally by getting pregnant. Now do something smart and buy this book. That's just really funny. Anyway, so I would recommend this book because I was literally like laughing my ass off last night when I was reading this. So there's that, and I gotta go grab something that I forgot. Hang on. Okay, this is our first baby clothing purchase. We do have some clothes from last time I was pregnant, which we're saving because they're gender neutral stuff that we had before we knew what the baby was going to be. Anyway, so this is the first thing we bought as soon as we found out that it was a boy for sure. We bought this on Tuesday night. It's a little green onesie. And I know it's backwards, but it says handsome like daddy. It's so cute. So, that's all. Oh, I'll show you the pictures we got. Nothing really fabulous, but you can see that he's definitely getting bigger. This is probably like the best one. This is from the high risk office. They have such a good ultrasound machine. Looks like he has a pointy little nose, but he really doesn't. It's just the way the ultrasound wand is turned. And there were a couple of more that were like similar to that. Just the profile. And then over at my regular OB's office, they have like a wicked old school crappy. I don't want to call it crappy. It's because it's good enough for them to see what they need to see, but it's just like when I go to my high-risk OB's office, they have this beautiful ultrasound machine with this big panel on it with a touch screen thing, and the monitor above it is this giant flat panel monitor, and then they have it linked up to a monitor. Like when I'm laying there and she's doing the ultrasound, the machine is over here next to my head, but they have a monitor on the wall opposite you that is hooked up to the machine, so I don't have to be like this watching the ultrasound. I could just look straight ahead. But then when I go to my regular OB's office, they have like this little dinky ultrasound machine in the screen. It looks like an old CRT monitor. It's like beige, and it's like 12 inches maybe, like a little 12-inch monitor, so it's really funny. And I just don't think the pictures are as good, but anyway. That's one picture of the little bubs. And here's another one. You can kind of see little hints of the arms and legs, which are kind of like full size now, but you know, they didn't catch it in that particular shot. This is just another little picture. And I have no idea what I am looking at here. I keep trying to figure it out. If anybody has any guesses, let me know. It looks like a ham steak with like a side of potatoes. I don't know. I have no idea what it is. Well, I know what it is. I know it's my baby, but I don't know what angle that is. It's really bizarre. Oh, maybe this is the face. Oh, wait, where's my name? Maybe this stuff right here is like the bones in the face or something. You think? Anyways, I like the other ultrasound machine better. So that's all. I guess I was going to do a quick update, but it's not really quick. But anyway, just wanted to give you guys any news that I have on what's going on. And I'm watching all your videos and wishing you all the best. The same thing I do every week. And looking forward to some IVF cycles coming up. What is her name? Sodil, I think your name's Nicole, but I know you just did your trigger shot, and today's Thursday. You're supposed to get your egg retrieval today, so I'm looking forward to your coming updates about your pregnancy test, because I'm really optimistic for you. And Christine, I hope you're going to get pregnant soon. You predicted it last night, so let's see if it happens. You predicted that my friends are coming to Canada, so you might be onto something. Rambling, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to go, and I will talk to you all next week. All right, bye.